Okay, it's noontime. We'll get started. Today will be the last session for our programming language course. And then we come to the final part to put things together to design a interpreter. So you will be looking at one scheme interpreter design. So before we jump into the material, let's look at what we learned from this course. So as I mentioned, the term project that we want to look at is we want to look at a programming language project that you translate from language A to language B. So it can be a high-level language to low-level language, a low-level language to machine code, or any of the graphical language to text language to graphic language. Okay, either way. So before you actually translate from one language to the other language, then you need to have some sort of translation rule between them. And that actually is based on the grammar. And the grammar can be described in the regular expression, or the grammar can be expressed in the content-free grammar. Hi, how are you?
Hi, I just want to pop in really quick because I
Yes,
have work.
yes. Any
Uh,
question?
yes, regarding my grade.
Yeah, what question?
So, is the actual grade I see on Blackboard is gonna be the same on my final grade?
No.
No.
So what happened is like there's only one thing that is different is the exit review.
Okay.
Exit survey. Okay, the exit survey, as I mentioned one more time, it is a 500 point.
Okay.
And you may get, maybe let's assume that you get 50 points. Okay.
Okay.
So totally, let's assume that the other part of the course is 45,000, and then you make a certain point. Maybe you may get like 4,000 a point, whatever.
Gotcha.
Okay, but
So
what will happen is like this base point will not be counted. So eventually you will got 40, 50 divided by 4,500. So the base point we only calculate the rest of the course, and the exit survey part, the basic point will not be counted.
gotcha.
So this part will become just bonus.
Gotcha. Okay. So what I'm saying is I still got like a couple homeworks that I didn't get to do, and I was thinking I'm okay with the grade that I'm seeing on Blackboard. I got like a B. So if I'm for example I'm okay with the B and I'm not gonna do the other homework, would that be okay? That's a B then?
That's up to you.
Okay.
That's up to you. But whatever I want to say is that the due date I'm looking at will be on the 17th.
On the 17th.
17th, the Sunday night, 11:59 p.m. Central Time.
Okay.
Anything before that, I will still be graded. Anything past the time, so I would say you pass the midnight, you turn in next Monday. Like right now, next Monday right now, it will not get any point. So anything past the midnight will not be graded. Anything before the midnight, I'll still grade them, even though I may deduct some of the point, but you still get some point.
Okay. Got it. I got one more question.
Yes.
For that term project, what are we supposed to send on with to you? The presentation or the actual program? Or do we just send a video?
You need to put in 3 things that you need to have. One, your technical report,
Technical.
describing that why you do this project and what's theory behind the project. Second, you need to do presentation that including a PowerPoint file or a video link. Either
Okay.
one. This one you need to show how your project work.
Uh-huh.
Third one, you need to provide us your technical file, your Python file, your scheme file, your Java file, your JavaScript file, whatever file you have.
Uh-huh.
All of them are required.
Okay.
You miss anything, you got deduction.
Okay.
That's a complete project. That's a complete term project.
Cause I sent my the draft on my term project already. That was due like a month ago.
Mhm.
And I still got like a week left before like the last day, right? And I don't think I'm gonna be able to send the final because I'm like really busy with the finals right now. And
I don't care how busy you are.
yeah, but I'm
I
saying
don't care how busy you are. You don't need to explain to me how busy you are. I'm just looking at your final report result, whatever format it is. We grade based on it. I don't
yeah.
care whether you submit or not. It's
Okay.
up to you. It's up to you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. So
I'm just a judge. I'm just a person look at your project. No matter what you turn in or you don't want to turn in, it's up to you.
okay.
I try to make this course as free as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to take this course in any format, that's up to you. So if you tell me that you want to quit at this moment, you don't want to continue to work on any project, that's up to you. I don't care about your score. If you are satisfied with that, that's fine.
I just want to make sure that I get the grade that I got on Blackboard.
I actually calculate the grade based on whatever you have.
So if I get a B and then in my final it's a B then, right?
That's up to you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I just look at the final grade
Uh-huh.
that based on the calculation that all of the submitted project and term project at the end of the course, that would be the May 17th, 11:59 Central Time. No matter when you start working, that's up to you. I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How much you learn from this course, I also don't care because each individual would like to work as much as he want to have on the
Got
course.
it.
Everybody have different expectations, so I don't actually grade on whether you work so hard, you don't like to work so hard, you actually like this course, I don't like this course. That's those kind of emotional effect or aspect. We don't grade on there. We only grade on whatever you put, how much effort you put on the project, and then the result that I see. And based
Uh-huh.
on that, I give you some grade. And if you skip course, you don't want to work on it, whatever, that's not my concern.
Okay. Yeah, I get it.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
But in a way, I still encourage students to work till the last minute.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, I encourage students don't stop to work, so to learn the most that they can
Right.
benefit from the course.
Uh-huh. For sure.
Yeah, is that okay? Is that
Yeah.
fair?
Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
But another way, I want to make this course as flexible as possible because many of the students may be working on the course in a part-time basis. Somebody may have a full-time job. There are several reasons that we need to make this course as flexible as possible. So we, as a private institute, we try our best to make this course as flexible to the student as possible.
Right. Right.
Yeah, and that's the benefit of having score delivered online instead of on-site, right?
Right.
Okay,
Yep. Thank you.
any other question?
I think that's it.
Okay, no question. That's fine. Okay, I'll continue my part.
Thank you.
Okay. So basically, we want students to translate from one language to the other, and during the translation, you need to know about the grammar of the language A and the grammar of the language B. And then to model the language, you need to use a regular expression or content-free grammar. So this we mentioned it, and then use that. Maybe you automatic generate the translator, or you actually hardcore the translator as one. So based on that, you will design your synthesizer, your scanner, and your parser. And then your language got translated to here. So you will translate from language A to language B, and then using the scanner and the parser. So this actually is a language translation process. So what we want to look at is like in the turn project is like how you put everything together to design an interpreter or a compiler. And that is our goal of the project of this course, is to introduce to you the programming language scheme, programmatic, the mechanism of the programming language, and to know about every step from one language to translate to the other language. And then you actually learn all the tool that's needed to do this kind of things. Okay, so basically this is the overview of the course and also whatever we have told you so far. And then this last lecture will be translating from one, basically the final concept of putting everything together for your interpreter, like including a loop, the integration of the scheme interpreter, and then we look at the language ABC, three language, the calculate language, the simple Lisp language, and the advanced Lisp language to put the whole thing together as an interpreter. So here we actually talk about how to write this interpreter in Python language. Okay, so, and then we look at the syntax and the semantics of the scheme language. So you have Java, you have scheme, okay. And then first one, let's look at the Lisp language calculator number one. So you do have define R as 10, and then you actually time pi times R squared. This is pi R squared, and we work on this language interpretation of this language. So we define the program as this, and we pass the program, and we get the result. This one is what want to be achieved. So there is a symbol of string, and a number that can be integer or float, an atom that may be symbol or number layout atom, and list can be list, and then expression can be atom or list, and putting into this format. And then environment is your dictionary of everything with a simple table. And then you define your tokenizer, a parser. Okay. and your environment to store everything in the environment. And then there's an eval function that related to how to evaluate a list. And then you have your demo program being evolved, and you got the result that you want to have. So this one is a simple version of the scheme language interpreter based on calculator language. Only the simple calculator part. The next one, we will need to go into the repeat loop that do interpretation. That means that the previous one only translate on one statement. Now you will do one statement translation, get a result, one statement, get a result, one statement, get a result. And during the process, you will pick up your variables in the environments and then keep using it for later interpretations. That's the how to design a repeat interpreter. So the repeat function, and then we do take the repeat and then store the temporary result to the environment, and then do one by one on that until you finish. The next one is to know about how to do scheme language, and we have a part one with the language to Lisp. And then your Lisp language, that's actually a small or reduced version of the scheme language. So you include in the quotation, assignment, and procedure. And then you actually can include it and run it. Okay, we run it on the Windows. So that actually talk about how this Lisp language and putting them into the environments. Okay, you should trace the code. Anyway, that's actually the Lisp number 2, and then we go into the advanced Lisp. And this one, we add more data type, including string, booleans, complex numbers, holds, symbols. So the symbol table become bigger and the data type, more data types. Okay. And then the new syntax scheme added. Okay. And then more language, more expression. And then we define macros. So these differences all being put in together into a program, and we actually put the program like this. That's our scheme language, and then put into our program for the Lisp to run it. And then you can optimize the program with tail recursion. Okay. So with that, we actually been able to come up with the design for the Lisp. And then we add the code with current continuation. And then improve the Lisp interpreter. Okay. Keep doing that, keep doing that, keep doing that, whatever. And then testing the program, or to test every single statement to make sure that Lisp will work. Many testing parts. So basically, this course we teach you the programming paradigms, different programming paradigms, that programming languages features, and then we talk about how to translate from one program to the other. That's the design and interpretation of the computer programs. And that is the core knowledge that you need to learn in modern days AI and programming languages. That's the core of the computer science. And we learn a lot of the things that from this course and knowing about the different tool that we cover in this course. Okay, anyway, I think that's it for this course. And hopefully you enjoy this course and we do see some students show up in this Monday session, but a lot of them did not actually take advantage of this Monday session. We do answer every possible question that you have. If you do have a question, you should show up in this Q&A, but today is already the last session. If you still have some question, you should give me an email or give me a phone call. I'll answer you. Okay. And wish you good luck and have a good summer break. Okay. Thank you. See you possibly maybe some other course. Bye now.